Hello out there to another Zarelli broadcast in which we're discussing with Iana how to get better, how to get you better. Just briefly back to who we are. Zarelli, we are a very innovative tight company. So the best tights out there right now are from us. So if you want to buy the best tights, you need to buy Zarelli tights, obviously. Let me just briefly introduce Iana. Iana is obviously one of the best dancers of our time, best ballerinas of our time. And we wanted to have her to explain about pirouettes because not only is she one of the best ballerinas right now, but she has been winning a lot of competitions. I don't think there's any dancer out there that won that many competitions as she did. That means she had to deliver pirouettes over and over again. So she is a very good turner, and she's a very good turner under pressure, which is very remarkable, and she will give us a little bit of insights of how she did that. So that is one thing. The other thing that we want to do is, of course, we want to connect with you people out there. And you have been asking us questions about all sorts of things. And these questions will be answered going forward by the wonderful dancers that are working with us at Zarelli, which is, for example, Iana Salenko, or next week, Lauren Lovett, and so on and so on. Let me just briefly introduce myself. I'm the CEO of Zarelli, and I've been a dancer myself. The last position I had was a soloist dancer with San Francisco Ballet, so I was never even close to being as good as Iana Salenko, but I know a little bit about dance myself. Let's go first, before we do the pirouettes with Iana, let's go to the questions that you guys have been asking. The first question is, I'm curious to know how to get higher side extensions, like exercises to hold it longer. And the question came from Ballerina Anna, 14. Iana, could you answer this?
Yes. Hi, Anna. Yeah, sure. I can show you exercises to get the higher legs, but important to have a stronger leg, center leg, and higher legs. So I always doing like during the bar, I'm always stretching, and just to hold my leg like that, just simply like this, and more longer you hold, more stronger this will get it.
Very impressive. Very impressive. This, of course, takes years and years, yes. And you're one of the best in the world, so if it doesn't happen immediately like it does to Iana, you're still pretty good, most likely, because, again, she is one of the best out there. Another question came from Zoe Husky, and she asked, how do you stay in shape? You are so toned and gorgeous. So that's a compliment, but maybe you can also answer that.
Thank you for this compliment. Of course, it's a hard work to be on shape and looking good. You always, I'm always take care about what I'm eating, what I'm my exercise. So I'm always work. I do always something. I love swim. I love running. I do extra exercise, but with a lot of performance and a lot of like rehearsing. I think I'm getting faster on shape, and it's my body.
Okay, that's interesting. Can I ask then a follow-up question? If you say, well, you're running a little bit and you're exercising, but the main thing is dancing, how much of this would be dancing? Could you say in percentage, like 90% is dancing and 10% the other stuff, or is it actually more that you do other stuff than dancing?
Of course, dancing it's more important because because if you do more sport, it's growing different the muscle, and I take care about what I'm doing, which exercises. Mostly I do like a floor bar. I'm doing on the floor just to put everything together, and muscle, stomach, and body, like a simple, like a yoga, like that.
Okay. Do you have another one? So you do this kind of plank position. Do you have another position like this that you could show people out there to stay in shape? or exercise that you do?
I love my favorite is just this one muscle, like to hold it stronger, and you do this way, and it's make it stronger bump. And of course, I love stomach muscle, and I do so many exercises, and I do this one too. Oops.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. And it seems to work. So very good. So Zoe Husky, keep that in mind. Those are very potent exercises. Yeah. Now let's go to the, well, actually let's go one step back. All these things that you see here, you see Iana perform and in amazing pictures. Go to her Instagram, go to her YouTube, go to her Facebook, connect with her. She is a very open person, and we at Zarelli love her. And of course also follow us, because we also post a lot of things, hopefully that will educate you guys out there. So now let's go into turns. Again, Iana is one of the best out there. Maybe you can explain a little bit about chenets for the younger ones, then building to piqués, to pirouettes, maybe even fouettes. Maybe you can explain a little bit about all these sorts of turns.
Yeah, when you start turns, it's mostly in the class, in middle class you turn it. So you are warm, your body warm. And it's very compact. It should be everything controlling and compact. Like simple chenet, just
Beautiful.
For me, it's helping to feel leg, center leg, like back legs, and the arms. So if you control your arm and the legs, you get a speed.
Interesting. And could you give some tips about piqués, piqué turns?
For piqué turns, I would say in beginning, like in school, you learn, you just piqué and you put a weight on the one leg. It's the same coordination, and then you put it weight on the leg. So it's step by step. Of course, you build your balance, and you know where best to find the way to do it.
Very nice. Very good. And would you tell people to always build up and just step on it, or would you tell people to immediately try to turn as well?
No, I would tell more to balance, to find your balance. It's not important to how many pirouettes you do, and important quality, and it's important for your body. If you do quality, then it's your body healthy. So important to do right way.
Got it. And how about pirouettes? So for the older ones that start doing pirouette exercises, what do you think is a good pirouette exercise? And what are things that you think about when you do pirouettes?
For me, I just build my muscle. More important to have a strong muscle on the feet. And I do these exercises this way. And it's help for the fouettes and for the releve, and it's strong ankle. Because you can twist, something happens. So it's important to have a strong feet.
Interesting.
Yeah, and of course you start, like in the school, you just place your balance, and then you do it. Place your balance and you do it. And then you do just a one, do it. One and do it. And then you do 2 pirouettes and then 3 pirouettes. Sorry.
That's what happens in live broadcast. I think it's fine. Got it. And if you then want to do many pirouettes, What do you think about when you do many pirouettes? Is there something that you think about your spot or your arms in particular, or do you not think about anything?
No, of course I'm thinking, because if you don't think, you can so easily lose control and you fly away. So before period, I'm just concentrate what I want to do and I spot one point, and I'm open my arms, and then I'm control my center leg. So and for me important is to finish period. So doesn't matter, 2, 3 period and finish.
Mm-hmm.
So it's for me important. Like, finish.
Nice. Easy. Very good. That's exciting. That's exciting when somebody has such good technique that it comes that easy.
Yes.
So
sometimes you need like a before show, sometimes it doesn't work. And I'm trying to concentrate, and I do my best. I try to find it good shoes for period, and I'm trying again and again. Then when I feel good that it will work, then I'm calm.
mm-hmm. That's super advice, I think. That's super advice. So there is days for you as well where you're not feeling immediately good, and you keep working until you got it right, and then you go on stage. I think that's interesting, because I think when people out there see somebody as perfect as you are, they think, okay, well, I have bad days. She never has bad days. But you say, no, I have bad days too, but I overcome them. So I think, willpower. I think that's very interesting.
Yeah.
And
every day you come in, it's like a new day, and for me it's the same. You start from beginning, you place your body, you place. If it's for me, sometimes it doesn't work. I'm not get really upset. I'm just okay. Tomorrow will be better, and just keep doing.
mm-hmm. Interesting. And how about fouettes? What do you think about when you get to fouettes? And very often also you're very tired by the time you get to fouettes, because it's at the end of a pas de deux.
Yes. What I'm thinking, of course the same, to concentrate in the spot, to feel my arms, to feel the center, and going just up, and just don't think about extra. Sometimes the music help to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes like Don't You or Swan Lake, so you have a temp, and with temp you do it easier.
Got it. And what are exercises that you would do to build your fouettes?
Fouettes are the same. You would stay next to bar and you just do like this. And sometimes without bar.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Now, I know you're not as warm as you usually would be for fouettes, so I leave it up to you if you want to show some fouettes or not. If not, there's lots of footage also out there in our social media and your social media. Up to you.
Yeah, I can show.
You're a machine. Very good. Very good. It's exciting. This is exciting stuff. So I think people out there learned a lot. One last question for me is also here in fouettes, you have bright light coming at you on stage. You have blackness in front of you because the audience is just pitch black. How, because you were discussing or previously explaining about the spot and the importance of the spot, where do you spot in these moments?
Yeah, sometimes I'm spot in the front of public. If I see like a red spot in front, if I don't see in front, then I'm just spotting down, like on the floor. And then I'm watching like on the floor, and there was orchestra. Sometimes I'm doing, it's making me like a bit concentrate of my body. Because when it's everything like a live music and public and people and screaming, so sometimes you're just losing. And in this moment, because it's technique, you need just concentrate on your own body.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's almost like meditation, it sounds.
It's true.
So, I mean, that was very interesting. And the pirouettes that you did were just fantastic, just out of nowhere. Now, the two last questions, also from the audience, that I think we should answer, are from Anok871. I would like to know her diet. So, what is your diet?
I try. I make it my diet, my own diet. I try evening don't eat like heavy food, meat, or I try eat salad. I love salad and I love healthy food. So best to all day eat healthy food and in evening trying not eat.
Okay.
This is the best, I think.
Okay, got it. But you do eat, obviously, but the most important part is healthy. That's good to know. Because I think, honestly speaking, there's movies out there and a lot of people having the perception of people shouldn't eat or dancers shouldn't eat. So that is not the case really at all.
No. I find it because it's your body, you're all different, and you need to find it your way of your body. Because like, okay, I have a fat leg, so that's it. Then I love my fat legs. So I think you should positive for everything and to be healthy and to work because you have a power to work. When you don't have a power and you just you don't want anything.
Now, last question comes from Itza Kamachod. How can I improve my interpretation when I have to act for a certain role? What do you do to build roles? Juliet, princess, whatever it is.
Yeah, acting for me, it's I love acting, and I think I'm thinking by myself at home. Sometimes anytime when I'm free, and I built my own like a Juliet or Giselle or Swan Lake. Like to get better, you just must believe it in yourself and just to come on stage and you are this in the role. So it must be like 1 second you into this role and you just go out and then you're out of the role. So for me, it's important to be in the role.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Now I know that there's different approaches. Some say if I, for example, don't read enough about this role, then I can't create it. Others say if I read too much about a role, it doesn't become me in this role, but I'm becoming somebody else and it's not authentic enough. Are you somebody that researches a lot outside or are you more researching inside of you? How would you feel?
Of course, I like to watch other people. I like to watch movies. I like to watch. I can read and make it more information of. For me, it's build your own personality. I think it's not bad to have a more idea about other people, what they do. Because of stage and acting, it's different. Because of stage, you need extra arms, extra emotion. And I think it's a different way of dancing. And you need to learn this like and you can learn from other people, from old people, like old videos. And sometimes I'm watching old videos and it's amazing how they feel, how they present themselves.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. All right. I think that's very good advice. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for today. We have learned a lot about pirouettes. We have answered all the audience questions. If you have more audience questions, just send them over to us. We will make sure one of these star dancers out there will answer them. And if they're particular for Iana, for example, we will make sure that she gets them. Again, follow us. Last not least, if you try all these things, if you try, for example, these pirouettes, and you try them over and over and over, we have exactly what you need in terms of tights. That's why we created this company, so that when you do pirouettes 30 times in a row, and that's a lot of strain on your body, you can use Z1, which gives you a lot of support, and the next day you will recover faster. Now, Iana is a lot on stage as well. She wants to look just the best she can, which is our Z2, catering to that. And Z3 is for the recovery, which also Iana uses for fly, or mainly uses even for flying a lot. So yeah, play with our tights. If you work a lot, if you work hard, if you want to improve quickly, then you need to take the best you can in all aspects. Like Iana said, get the best people to look at for your roles. Eat healthy, and of course try to get the best gear that you can.
Yeah.
So yeah, last not least, follow us, follow Iana, and next time tune in when Lauren Lovett is going to be with us. She's a principal with New York City Ballet, and she's going to be talking about mentality, about mental health, about building confidence throughout your career, because you will need it if you want to be a star dancer, like for example Iana Salenko. And that's it for me for now. And thank you so much, Iana.
Thank you. I wish you all the best, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.